Hey guys, so I wanted to make this video for Monday, August 29th, and pretty much just take this back to basics. I don't have a presentation to go along with this because I really just want you to listen, hear the words that I'm saying, and take some awesome notes rather than get all distracted by the fluff. So, first thing I want to talk about is I opened up the Island of Warriors page on Saturday. I'm really excited about it. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by being in all of these groups. So the best thing I can say to you is just turn off notifications for them, except for our team page. I really do want to get this up and running. It's not going to happen overnight, and that's just something that you need to be patient with yourself. You need to understand that this stuff is not just one day a group doesn't open and there's scripts and documents and recordings and videos and all this awesome training. It doesn't happen overnight. And so I just realized that there's no better time to do it than now because you're all doing amazing. And I just really want to have a place for us. I don't want you girls to get lost in the hundreds of people that are in Team Tenacious, especially because you are all shooting at least for Success Club 5 every month, and that's a business builder status. So I'm excited about it, and just before I kind of like kick off everything, let me just time this and make sure I don't go over it. But I do want to make sure that we kind of set like our team culture, like who we are. You guys really need to figure out who your tribe is, and just know that, you know, the biggest things that I want to focus on with the Islander Warriors is that we're finding young women who either love what they do or don't know what they're doing, and then thirdly, don't like what they do. So one of the three. And it's okay if somebody loves what they do. This is still something that they can do to hold themselves accountable to their health and fitness, to have something outside away from their 9-to-5 job, to have a place where they're meeting fun people our age without having to go out drinking to do that. There's all kinds of different ways. So I really want to build a culture where we are talking about, you know, a life of adventure and exploring and travel, where integrity is number one. So we all live in the same area. So it's really important that if you see somebody commenting and liking and whatever on somebody else's stuff, that you reach out to that coach prior to reaching out to that person. Because if that coach has already started a conversation with them, then no, that they rightfully have, you know, they've built the relationship, they've taken the time to get to know that person. And remember, guys, that it's not about who makes the sale or who hits the Success Club points or who gets signed under who. It's, did that person get help, and did they feel like the Island of Warriors cared about them and their goals? When you care more about other people, the universe picks up on your energy and they will give back to you. If you're purely looking at those Success Club points like points and commission and not like people, this business is not going to work for you. So I really like the idea of running these challenge groups together. I think it's taking some pressure and relief off of most of us. This might not be the way that we're doing things forever. It's just something that I thought would be fun to give a go for right now. I'm definitely going to be doing more recognition, especially in just our little team page, because I want you guys to know that I do follow you, that I care about the things that you're doing, and I don't want to be the only one posting recognition. If you see somebody else on the page doing something awesome or stepping outside their comfort zone, recognize them for it. I want all of us to step up, especially if, you know, some of you plan on doing this, you know, long term, eventually full time. You know, you want to start stepping into that leadership role and feeling comfortable leading a team and leading a group, because I know you all can do it. I saw something in you. I wouldn't have reached out if I didn't. And then lastly, today I did add a coach profile. So it's something that I would love for you guys to all fill out, just a little way that if, you know, randomly sending you guys gifts, I kind of know a little bit more about all of you. This would be something that we'll definitely want to send to your new coaches too. Just something that's lighthearted and fun. And, you know, I really want our team page to be a place where we're going to not just for facts and figures and all that stuff, but for just lightheartedness and to be a community and a family and our tribe. So I will be posting a Success Club thread in our team page 3 times a week. As I get into this call, going to be talking about the basics, and number one most important thing, as I've been listening to all of these top 10 coaches and how they've been able to create a duplicatable system. So they're earning 6+ figures a year. How are they able to teach their coaches to do the same thing? My goal is to be earning a 6+, eventually 7+ figure income a year with Beachbody. I want to be able to duplicate that for you. So first thing that I want to talk about is, like, what are your goals? You need to be thinking every day. So this will be like number one, are your goals and Success Club, guys. Like, it really does all come back to Success Club. If you feel like, you're working a lot and you're doing a lot of things, but are you talking to people about the workout program that you're doing? Are you talking to people about the positive space that you're in? Are you talking to people about how you have new friends, people that you would never have reached out to because you didn't have a reason or purpose to reach out to them before, but now you do because of coaching? So talk about all of those things. Don't just talk about them in private messages, but talk about it on your wall. One thing I can say is I have been looking through all of your Facebooks, and I think you guys are definitely posting more consistently, which I think is awesome, but I can tell that you guys don't have a plan with how you're posting. I really wouldn't know from a lot of you that you are offering something or that I could join you in something. Whenever you are making a post and asking somebody to either, not asking them, but you're talking about your team, or you're talking about what you do as the business side, or what you're talking about as far as the fitness program and our groups go, you need to have a picture or a video or some sort of graphic, obviously not a stock image, because people get stopped by that stuff. If they just see words, they're not going to read it. So figure out who is your market. Are they the type of people that you can post and they're like, hey guys, I have 3 more spots open in my group this coming Friday. I am taking on 5 girls this month, and I'm so excited. I know that I need the accountability to help keep me from reaching into the candy jar since Halloween's just around the corner, or something like that. Are you that type of person, or are you the type of person that would say something like, I had a bad weekend, and I know that when I'm in my support groups that I am way better with my nutrition. I'm more consistent with my working out, and I know that that's the type of structure that I need. If you feel like you're the same way, shoot me a message. Let's chat about some of your goals and see if my group might help you. So just kind of either you're the blunt person or you're kind of the backdoor girl. Either way, you need to be inviting. If you want to move this business forward, if at the very least you want to have your Shakeology covered every month, Success Club 5 is non-negotiable. Don't wait until the last 2 weeks of the month, guys, to start scrambling around, finding people and messaging the same people over and over and over again. So you need to be building your network so that more people, new people, are seeing your posts and that they want to be part of what you're doing. It's going to take some people to watch you 6 to 12 months before they ever join you. So don't hold on to the person that said they were going to order 3 months ago that hasn't yet. They will when they're ready, but it's time for you to move on. One thing I want you to keep in mind is some will, some won't, so what, who's next? If you have that mentality that you're here to help people, you're doing this, you're sharing what you're doing, you're sharing why you like it. If they don't want to join now, no worries. Don't just take no for an answer. Try to figure out what it is that they don't want. Perfect example, today I had a girl, we've had an awesome conversation, pretty much sent her 2 videos that I thought would be the best program choice for hers, and she shot back and just said, I don't really think that's for me. And I could have said, okay, girl, like, no worries, it was great talking to you. But I just put all this time and effort into this conversation. Why would I do that? I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that, something didn't really stick out to you. Do you mind me asking why you don't think this would be for you, especially since you've never done an at-home program before? I think you would actually really like it. And I know the videos can be kind of cheesy, but believe me, once you're actually doing them, they're pretty challenging and tough, and there's so much room to grow in them. Based on your goals that you said above, I really think that this would work for you. Would you be open, or are you open-minded enough to continue talking about this? Okay? And if she's not, then that's not the type of energy that I want to have in our groups anyway. I don't let it get to me. I move on. So first and foremost is you need to know what your goals are, and you need to be setting up a plan in order to achieve those goals. Just focusing on Success Club every single month. If you hit Success Club every single month, not only will you have that coach or the summit fee paid for, which is insane. It's like a $230 ticket. You have your coach summit ticket paid for. all of those points are going to translate over to dollar amounts for the Success Club trip, if I can say that word, to Punta Cana for next year. And when you hit Success Club 5, that means you just helped 3 people that month. 3 people you helped to change their life. That's amazing. And what that means is those could potentially end up being discount coaches or even business builder coaches. So the people that you're already setting up for success. So first and foremost, your goal every month is to hit Success Club. Don't think about all the other fluff and designing all these crazy workout videos. If that's something that comes naturally to you, great, do it. But if not, first and foremost, following up and inviting. People need to see you inviting. Whether it's a direct message or it's a post invite, guys got to be hitting Success Club. I know you can do this. I wouldn't be here making this video if I didn't think that you could. So you definitely want to plan ahead every single month. This is number 2, planning ahead. So the second to last week of the month, or even just the last week of the month, just like I already posted the September schedule, you want to plan out your weeks. When are you going to start inviting people knowing that your market takes 2 weeks to get money in order and it takes them a week to think about it all? That's 3 weeks right there. So if you're waiting 4 days beforehand to invite, yeah, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get discouraged, and you're going to get a lot of no's because people aren't ready yet. And so the best way to plan is to the best way to do this is to plan ahead. Figure out what goal do you want to hit. I know for me, I want to hit Success Club 10 at least every single month. So I know that right off the bat, I got to go hard with my invites, and then the rest of the month is just kind of sealing that deal. Instead of just going hard the last couple days of the month and just feeling overwhelmed and just stressed out. I don't want you guys feeling like this. This is fun, talking to people about what you're doing. And you want them to feel that fun too. If you wait till the last minute, they're going to feel that you're a little stressed. They're going to feel that you're kind of having a little tude, and you don't want that. So start fresh with the month, and maybe those no's in the beginning of the month could turn into yeses by the end. You never know. So definitely planning ahead. Even if you guys want to start planning out your posts, like on Sunday nights, knowing that you want to talk about a challenge group twice that week on your Facebook and your Instagram page, plan out a post. I literally planned 3 out this past Sunday. All I have to do is copy and paste them. Sure, it took me like an hour to come up with them because call to action posts are a little bit more intimate. You definitely want to put more time and effort into them because those are your big posts. You're going to message all the people that like and comment on it. But how much time is that saving me throughout the week? That's an hour of my weekdays that I just spent doing 1 hour together on Sunday. I have a picture to go with them and everything. So, if that helps you, then do that. But don't say that you don't have the time to do it when you just need to find those pockets. I know you guys do. I know that you can do that. And I really think that would take a lot of pressure off of you to have to come up with something during the week. So definitely inviting into messages, inviting on your public pages. Doesn't have to be message or comment below if you're interested, but just talking about your challenge groups, what you're doing in them, how you're feeling about it, a recipe that you shared for them, whatever. Just kind of weave it into what you're doing. Number 3 is tracking. I've had a lot of you reach out to me lately, and the best piece of advice I can give you is to keep it simple and find what works for you. So what I can say is jump onto YouTube and type in top Beachbody coaches tracking systems. Watch a few videos, figure out what you like most, run with that one. If it doesn't work, try something else. I've tried 17 different things at this point. Right now I'm keeping it super duper simple. I'm somebody that I can just go look back on a date, and I know that it's been 2 weeks since I messaged those people. It's time to go back and follow up. So what I've been doing is I have the date. So today, 8:30, I have literally everyone that I've messaged. Okay, so their names go here. In the center, I have either follow up, hey girl, invite, or I'm forming them. So, hey girl would be the first message that I send. And I literally just put HG. I don't put notes or anything because we haven't even started talking yet. So I'm not going to keep too much info about them. Hey girl. Next thing would be I'm forming them. I'm asking about their hobbies, their interests, their family life, what they do for work, where they're from, do they travel, things like that. A follow-up would be somebody that you've already had a conversation with. This could be somebody that you've already gone through the forming, you already know a little bit about them, you've invited them to something, they might have said not right now, or they were in a past group or something. You're just continuing the conversation. That would be a follow-up. And then an invite, guys, that can be anything from asking them about their health and fitness goals to actually inviting them to join you in a free group, inviting them to join you in a challenge group, inviting them to have coffee, inviting them to a phone call. Anything like that is considered an invite. So figuring out, do you want to hit Success Club 5? Do you want to earn a profit this month? Do you want to hit Success Club 10? Do you want to make $300 this week, or do you just want to make $40 this week? Figure out how many people you need to be talking to, and know that I would say 3 out of 10 or 3 out of 15 people actually end up joining. So just do the math, figure out those numbers, and that's how many people you need to be inviting every single day. But again, just be consistent with it. So no matter what tracking system you find, they all work. It just depends on what your preference is. What doesn't work is if you don't keep up with it every day. So there's no point in starting to write down names if you're not going to go back in at night to make a list for the next day of who you're going to talk to first. It's not going to work if you're not going back each week to follow up with those people in those lists. So again, how I do it is just each day I open up a new sheet. I have their names listed, whether it's a hey girl, forming, follow-up, or invite, and then a note, okay? And then what I do kind of sometimes, just so I make sure that I reach out to certain people, is I might bold them, like we've been talking a lot, or they're really, really interested. So I'll bold them. So then the next day, I will go back and talk first to the people that I put in bold lettering. The following week, so 1 week from that date, I will go back and follow up through all of those people. That was 7 days. And some people could have just gotten lost. You may have opened it on your phone and forgot to respond. Or, you invited them to something and you're following up. Hey girl, not sure if you saw my message from last week. Just wanted to send a polite follow-up, see if you were still interested in joining us. Getting ready to close enrollment. Didn't want you to miss out. So simple. So that was number 3, is just tracking. Number 4 is setting business hours. You all are super busy. You either are a mom, you're going to be a mom, you are working, you're in school, you have a significant other, you just have people and things that you need to be spending time with and on. So don't use this as an excuse. Don't push this off to the side. This business is going to give you all the free time you want in just a year to 3 years, depending on how serious and how hard you guys go with this. I know in just 1 year, this is going to give me the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. But that's because I've set business hours. So, I know that right now I'm not working other than this. So my business hours Monday through Friday are 5 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1 to 3, 6 to 8. And I stick to those. So when I'm in those power hours, I don't answer my phone if somebody's texting me. I don't talk to Ben even if he's here. I don't run out to get coffee or something. I'm here. I'm in the moment. I have everything that I need. Between 11 and 1, I stop and eat lunch. I might work out. Between 3 and 6, I'll spend time with Ben. We eat dinner together. And then after 8, I'm off my phone. You guys, when you set those business hours, you're not going to feel overwhelmed and stressed out. You're not going to feel like you're losing track of people because you're randomly messaging them on your phone while you're driving. You're not going to feel like you're neglecting personal time with the people that you love by being on your phone scrolling through Instagram. Look at your social media like your business. This is earning you an income. This is going to create an amazing life for you, but you have to treat it like a business. So, one thing that I did that totally changed everything was I killed my newsfeed. It's literally an extension that you can get. All you do is Google kill my newsfeed, and it will download straight to whatever your web browser is, so that when you log into Facebook, you will not see a newsfeed anymore. I'm going to quickly share my screen just so I can show that to you. Because I think this might help a lot of you. And it's nice just because you have a lot of people on your thing that you don't need to be talking to. No newsfeed. I log in, nothing here. No scrolling, no wasting time. I am here to work. So second part of the number 4, which is setting business hours, is making interest groups. I have girls I want on my team, people I think would make awesome coaches, my current coaches and my current challengers, and then people I'm talking to and people that just said not right now. So right there I have, 5 different mini news feeds. So it's nice so that when I click on this in contacts and talking to, I only see people that I am talking to about Beachbody, that are moving my business forward. I'm not getting distracted. I mean, this is enough to get distracted about. You don't need people that aren't moving your business forward to be keeping you away from the time you're spent on your working. So how you do that is just scroll down here on the left-hand side and click See Interests. You can click on More, and you can click Add Interests. All you want to do, though, is just make sure that, so you want to click Create List. You want to click on Friends, and then you can start adding people to it. On the next page, though, make sure that you keep it private so that people you're talking to don't see that you are creating little mini news feeds for all of them. Okay, so number 5, personal development and team calls. I know that I messaged all of you today to try to figure out a better time for our team calls because obviously Mondays at 9 is not working. So it looks like we might be doing Thursdays. But guys, you've got to be getting on these team calls. These are non-negotiables. I'm telling you, I've been in this for 10 months between Amy's coaches, my Success Partners coaches, my coaches before all of you all decided to join. Those people aren't here anymore because they didn't plug in. If you feel like you are on your own and you're struggling on your own, you're stressing out on your own, you're feeling overwhelmed on your own, you're going to quit and you're going to give up. And it's just so silly. I'm honestly asking you to just be proof of the product. So that's drinking your Shakeology, reading personal development, working out. You can do all of those things, but you need to be around other coaches. You need to be hearing other people having success so that you know that this is possible. You know that this is real. You need to hear other people saying that they've got no's, that they've been blocked, that they're having a tough month, that they're struggling. All of those things remind you that this is a journey, just like your health is. It's a journey. It's not a destination. It's going to be like this. Even when you get to the top, okay, it's still going to be like this as a top coach. It's just that there's a little bit more consistency, a little more reliability because you have coaches now to rely on. But calls are non-negotiables. I'm going to honestly bet right now that if I were to ask you guys, I mean, most of you have been coaches at least 2 months now, how many national wake-up calls you've listened to. And I want you to be honest with yourself when you answer that question because lying doesn't help you. It's not opening your mind up. It's not, giving you new ideas. I don't come up with this stuff on my own, guys. I listen to calls and I'm listening and surrounding myself with the top 10 coaches. What are they doing? How are they able to have so much success? How are they able to create this amazing team culture and keep their coaches involved and excited? I'm listening to that stuff, but I can't do this on my own. Island of Warriors will never pick up if I don't have you guys plugging in, tuning in, and growing your mind too. So calls are so important. Being proof of the product, cannot emphasize this enough. Listening to personal development, reading personal development. Darren Daily is awesome, but 3 minutes is not enough. You need to be reading a book, putting tapes in your car. Right now, when I wash the dishes, I'm listening to a top 10 coach video. When I'm cleaning, I'm listening to a top 10 coach video. When I'm putting makeup on, I have Darren Daily on. When I'm in the car, I have You Are a Badass now on tape. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I read Failing Forward by John Maxwell, and then I've been rereading You Are a Badass because it changed my life. I am plugging in. A no means nothing to me. I take no personal offense to it. It doesn't bother me. I literally move on to the next person. I say that person for next month. If you guys are getting discouraged about little things like that, you just have to understand that's part of the business. Just think of it like you asked somebody if they wanted a piece of gum. They said no. You asked their person next to them. Just keep moving forward. You're going to look back one day and think, oh my God, that one person that couldn't even tell you what their first name is right now said no to me and I quit and I let it bother me. When you see other people winning free trips and traveling with their husband and children, yeah, that's going to bother you. So don't let one little no get to you. How do you do that? You just dive headfirst into personal development. You need to be listening to it or reading it of some sort. Definitely just want to quickly say this is that in the midst of following these top coaches and watching what they're doing, I really want you to separate the success from that person. I don't want you to like be envious of what they've achieved, because you can achieve it too. Their success is purely an example that you can do it. They're all normal and they all have like really crazy backstories. Their backs were against the wall. They really had no other option. They made this work because it had to work. Most of us have plan Bs. That is why I kind of quit surfing, because I needed to make this my plan A so that I have no excuses, so that this is everything. And that might not be your goal right now, and that's okay. But what I'm saying nonetheless is, even if you're following somebody, even if your goal is to just get Shakeology covered every single month, that's cool. But that doesn't mean that somebody that you're working with, one of your customers, might want to go on and start this business. They might see the vision and want to try it for themselves, but they'd be your coach. So you need to be talking to them and letting them know that you need to separate the success from that person, because that's envying somebody, and envy is the thief of all joy. So admire the success, but know that you can have it too. Don't just admire the person and think, well, she has this and she had that and this is available to her and whatever. Everyone started in the same spot, buying a challenge pack, joining a fitness group. Some people do something with it, some people don't. What are you going to do with it? Number 6, the last thing is honestly just inviting. I'm just going to quickly run through this because I know that you all can do this. I think the problem is just a lack of consistency. So I start off with, hey girl, thanks so much for accepting my friend request. I'm always down to meet good vibing people, and I thought you seemed like a pretty cool person. I'd love to talk more if you're open to making new friends. Hope you're having an awesome day. They either message me back or they don't. If they message me back, hey, so cool that you said that, whatever they said. And then I just jump right into it, forming them. What do you do for work? Or I saw that you're a blah, blah, blah. That sounds so cool. I'd love to hear more about it. How'd you get into that? Or I saw that you live in so-and-so. Have you ever been to blah, blah, blah? I've always wanted to go there. You guys aren't weird. And you're weird cool if you are weird. But you guys aren't antisocial. I know that you can start these conversations with people. What do they do for work? What are their hobbies and interests? Do they travel? What do they like to eat? Do they just eat at your favorite restaurant? What did they have? Do you really like their clothes? Where do they shop? Or you saw that they like to kayak and hike. Where do they kayak? Do they own a kayak or do they rent? There's so many different ways you can go into these conversations. But you don't want to make it too drawn out, especially if they're going back and forth with you right then and there. Keep that conversation. Don't just send that hey girl and then you see them blowing you up and leave it there. They're giving time out of their day. You need to stop to talk to them. Build that relationship. Get to know them. Figure out one of two things. So you're going to form them, and then it's pretty much going to go one of two ways. They either are lacking consistency in their lifestyle and they're stressed out. They don't have time to work out. They have no energy. They don't like their body. They are really negative. They might really be awesome in a challenge group. That could be what they need. A positive community, a cool space with other girls that are doing the same things that they're doing, and just knowing that they're not struggling alone. Or do you hear that they are lacking something overall in life? That they like their job, but it's not that exciting, and they just kind of fell into it, and they just kind of kept working their way up in the company because nothing better came along. So share this with them. I say something as little as, I know this might be really random, but it's been really awesome talking to you. I don't know if you've ever considered this or if you've ever even been approached about it, but have you ever thought about doing what I do? Most people are going to say, well, what do you do? Well, I work online. I play on social media. I work out, and I share what I'm doing with friends and family and new friends. It's really fun. It's super simple. And I'm just working on creating a life where I'm debt-free, I can travel whenever I want, and I can be home with my future family. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Most people are going to say yes. And that's when you just start talking to them a little bit more. Well, what would it mean to you to be home with your kids? What would it mean to you to be able to pay off all of that debt? What would it mean to you to be able to surprise your husband or boyfriend with a plane ticket to Hawaii? What would that mean to them? Ask them that. Ask them those questions. And, just give little brief descriptions about it. So if they say, yeah, I am kind of like I've kind of fallen off the health and fitness wagon. I've been looking to get back on. Cool. Well, like, what do you struggle with the most? What would be some of like your top 3 goals to achieve in 1 to 3 months? Or have you ever followed a fitness program before? Asking questions. Always being interested more than you are interesting. People pick up on those things. And then pretty much after that, if they're interested in the coaching, if they're like, yeah, what you do sounds really interesting, great. You have a couple options. You can either send them a why video. So send them a video about why did you become a coach. It doesn't have to be long, 4 to 5 minutes, but just who you are, what was missing in your life, why you decided to become a coach, why you continue to coach, and where you see yourself going with this in 3 to 5 years. Is it just something that's helping to pay for your mortgage every month and that's it? Is it something that is able to, in 1 month, pay off your children's entire college education? Is it something that you can pay for groceries once a week? Whatever it could be. That could be something that person doesn't have right now. So you either share that why video or you introduce them to a 3-way message. Put a few people on a group message and say, hey girls, I have Brittany on the thread right now, and her and I have been talking a little bit back and forth about coaching. I think she'd be wonderful at it. I thought you girls and her would have a lot in common. Would you mind sharing a little bit about your journey? Wait until everybody shares. Go back to your one-on-one message and say, hey, what did you think about their stories? Keep going from there. Other than that, getting them on a phone call, meeting for coffee, let them know you're a real person. Let them know that you're not somebody that just is looking to sign somebody up and peace out. You are here for the long haul. No matter how far you want to actually go with this, it doesn't matter. But most of you are here for the long haul, and you want people to know that. They're not just going to sign up and you're not going to be there for them. So honestly, that's pretty much all that I had. 30 minutes, so I hope that's not too long for you guys. But definitely just keeping things simple, guys. Like, I know that you all can do this. I know that you can. But biggest things right now is you all should be really thinking about, are you getting on team calls? Are you diving into personal development? Are you posting? Are you posting about what you're doing? Do people know that you're a health and fitness coach? Definitely one thing that I think we should all kind of tone back on is don't just post random videos. Like, that stuff's all fine and dandy if it was just a public page. Like, you're trying to build a business. You're trying to work a business. That stuff is things that other people can post on their walls. Just because it's funny and cute, it doesn't mean that you have to actually share it. Because when people are scrolling through your feed, you want them to see things that you're doing. They want to see that you're getting on, you're actually typing something, that you're adding value to somebody's life. You are more than a health and fitness coach. You are potentially a travel buddy. You're a lifelong friend. You're somebody that's going to be invited to our weddings. Like, these are really incredible things. And if you're just kind of like half-assedly posting something to post, then don't post, because it's not adding to anybody and nobody's going to like that stuff. You're not going to create engagement. It's not attracting your tribe or anything like that. So if that means that you need to come up with a posting schedule, then come up with a posting schedule. I think you're all really awesome at posting quotes. I love the things that you share, but I do want to be seeing more of you. I want to be seeing more of how coaching is changing you, how it's making you a better person, the people that you're meeting, what you're going to do with this, where you see yourself in 3 to 5 years. Paint a picture. People need to see this stuff, because otherwise it's just kind of like, she does it when she wants to do it. So I'm not jumping on board with that, because I have a family to support. So like, if I'm going to do this, I need to know that this is like a serious business. Yes, it's fun, but there's a business side to this. And a lot of people want to see that. They're not going to leave their full-time job if, they don't have the stability, or that they don't feel like there's a professional side to this. So I'll leave it at that. Please get back to me with who has questions. And I'm honestly going to leave this off here and say that the first 2 people that get back to me, I am going to send you a gift, because I really want to see if you guys actually listen to this entire call. I'm really excited about the Island of Warriors. I hope that you guys are too. Last thing I want to say is the biggest reason I wanted to open that group is I don't want any silent suffering on our team. I know I can be tough loving, guys, but it's because I care about you, and it's because I want you to have the success that I've had. I'm not here making stuff like this for fun. I'm making it because I care, and I want you to I want you to be able to travel the world. And I want you to be able to quit your jobs if that's your goal, or to be able to go part-time so you can be home with your husband and kids. I want those things for you. So I don't want you to be struggling on your own. If something's not working for you, reach out to me. I can't keep reaching out to you though. It needs to go both ways. If I'm only reaching out to you, then I'm chasing you, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So if you are serious about this business, and if you want to earn an extra $100 to $5,000 a week, you need to be reaching out to me daily, weekly, whatever it is, because I'm here. This is my job. I'm here to help you. But I can't if I don't know that you need the help. So if you're struggling with something, reach out to me personally, or reach out on the team page and say, guys, I'm struggling today. Like I need a little pep talk. I'm great at those. Okay? So I love you all. I hope this helped. Reach out to me if you have questions. And again, to people that watch the whole video, I will send you something. Thank you.